In today's story, we discovered a government information desk that has been turned into a security checkpoint. At the end of the video, we'll explain how we got here.
May I help you? You're not going up?
I forgot my ID, and I didn't know that I actually needed it. I mean,
Only because we have new scan stuff. It's a new system.
that sucks. I wanted to check out the building.
If you want to do a tour, you can go around, sign up for the tour,
Uh-huh.
and just pay over there. You don't even need it. Then you just got to go to the machine. You just got to do the tour.
Do I have to pay for that?
Yeah.
Oh. Freedom's supposed to be free.
We don't have nothing to do with that room.
Oh.
On September 11, 2024, we visited some city buildings in Philadelphia for two reasons. First reason was to celebrate our friend Finn's birthday. He has a YouTube channel called Rice Krispie and has over 100,000 subscribers, or rather supporters. We were there with several channels to celebrate and give ourselves a tour of this historical area. Rice Krispie, Wolfie Gladly, Rogue Nation, Nate's Gates 182, Mass Accountability, Angry Wise Old Lady, and myself also conducted some First Amendment auditing while taking in the Tartarian-like landscape of skyscrapers. That brings us to the second reason why we were there, to do some news gathering for our story. What we discovered in Philadelphia should make everyone concerned and question what is going on. There's so much civil unrest going on out there, and everyday government is trying to find new ways to circumvent our liberties. They always do it under the guise of safety and national security. And while everyone is out there watching mainstream television, sports, and movies, and buying into the civil unrest, the government is having a field day not fixing things. Corruption boils in these buildings. Misappropriation of public funds, monopolies on contracts with kickbacks, private judges getting paid off, criminal lawyers getting into politics, police brutality and cover-ups, just to name a few. They're able to do all of this because nobody is asking questions while recording, until now. In order for them to continue their parasitic behavior, they must create boundaries. And this is what we're seeing in this video. Not only are they demanding that you go through a metal detector, but they're also demanding that you give up your identification and you also give a reason for entering the building. In other words, your Fourth Amendment is non-existent and you're not allowed to go into a public building that's paid for by your tax dollars. Well, Wolfie went inside?
Yeah. There's an IRS building up the road too.
There's a health department a couple blocks over. There's a CPS building.
There's the Office of the Inspector General, there's a state attorney, there's a district attorney. You
There's a
have,
public defender, right?
yeah,
Or U.S. courthouses.
Federal courthouse is right down the street, right, next street up down where that other hotel is.
Federal courthouse is always a no-go. They'll arrest you.
They won't let you in.
Yeah, they'll arrest you, convict you, and then they'll stick.
There you go.
Over here is the Justice Department, where all the prosecutors and district attorneys are, plus, major crimes.
I think no entry. It's on the door too. You gotta have state ID.
Is there a law that backs this, or is it just a sign?
No, it's not just a sign. It's
You know what? I actually know that if he doesn't have ID, you can get him an escort, so why not just do that instead of telling him that he has no
I
right of
cannot do
entry?
that, sir. And
Yeah,
me, ma'am, and what I will do is call my boss, because the sign is posted everywhere.
Yeah, but there's no law connected to it. It's just a sign.
So here's my ID, because I have to go to.
It's actually a Fourth Amendment issue.
You're not assigned yet, ma'am. You can go there.
I have to key.
It's actually a Fourth Amendment issue. That you're not allowed to do
I'm just
anything
gonna call my
about it.
supervisor. I'm not arguing.
Yeah, you can call like the city attorney. Can we conduct our business while you wait for that though? Because we got stuff to do. We don't know this guy.
Yeah, I just have to leave the bathroom, so here's my
Hey, asshole. We're trying to get through.
Stop making issues, bro.
Start making it difficult for the rest of us, asshole. Just comply.
I don't know what you mean,
The lady is very nice.
You don't have a state ID with your name on it?
If you go to room 167, you can get a Philadelphia ID.
I get a Philadelphia ID.
What if you're not from Philadelphia?
There's a huh?
What if you're not from Philadelphia? You can get a Philadelphia ID still?
Damn, I'm probably let me ask them now.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could get a Philadelphia ID if I never did.
Hey, can you come to this one?
I can't see it.
This is insane. This whole fucking city is like on lockdown. I'm gonna come back when I don't have cases with me. I'll pick myself up a couple charges.
Oh, I thought you wanted to. That is this one.
Okay, we're at the floor. You want to
RTA office.
I'm just gonna do all that. I won't have it.
You're with her? Okay, can you sign in and give me your ID as well? Oh, this is you? Okay, so I remember yours. Thank you.
Two channels decide to show ID and enter the building, Rogue Nation and Angry Wise Old Lady. You can see their videos when they post them on their channels. I'll be dropping everyone's channel link in the description for you guys.
I'll sign it.
He went outside, him and another gentleman, they didn't have no ID, but wanted to go upstairs. I don't know where she's trying to go.
I think I heard that. I don't know the guy, but I think I heard him say the city clerk's office. He's outside. I didn't get him. The guy's wanted. He's over here.
I can't get her picture up.
Well, what exactly are you scanning my ID for?
Scan ID just for your face and your name, sir. Just like a school district, let me know.
What do you mean is your problem?
Your ID, you gotta wait for your ID.
I signed it.
Green line?
It's not for your safety, they take your picture and your name, that's it. So we used to, you know, have a new system, stop recording. What are you recording? What are you recording?
I'm not recording you. I'm not getting recorded.
Where do you guys go?
I need to go to the bathroom and I know what the Walt K's
So these rules are to deter the homeless. It's like we get a lot of homeless individuals coming out of here. It's a public building.
Mass accountability makes a great point that this is one way that they deter the homeless from coming in, from using, you know, facilities or whatever, and make them want to show ID and, you know, stuff like that. It's just
Would you say that room number one?
Quick question. So this is an actual city building, not a federal building?
City building.
City building? That's the first time I've ever heard, you know, that they demand this from an actual city building rather than a federal, because I know federal buildings, they start to implement like the the metal detectors.
City and federal, there's a lot of things in here.
Yeah.
But y'all know y'all can't record in here unless y'all with the tour people.
Oh, what was that?
Y'all can't record in here unless y'all with the tour people.
Yeah, I'm taking a tour.
So if you want to take a tour, y'all gotta let them in.
Oh, he's really nice, man.
May I help you?
Y'all next.
You're not going up?
No, well, I forgot my ID, and I didn't know that I actually needed it. I mean,
Only because we have new scan stuff. It's a new system.
that sucks. I wanted to check out the building.
If you want to do a tour, you can go around, sign up for the tour,
Uh-huh.
and just pay over there. You don't even need it. Then you just got to go to the machine. You just got to do it with the tour.
Do I have to pay for that?
Yeah.
Oh, freedom's supposed to be free.
We don't have nothing to do with that, bro.
You guys can go ahead, yeah. I forgot my ID, and they want me to give up my Fourth Amendment right just to get in the building. Item confiscated will not be returned. No. I gotta get it.
Good seeing you. Always a pleasure. All right, we'll go for a walk through here.
Yes. No, go.
Put my stuff there.
Okay, so we gotta go to the visitor center. That's part one. And you'll tour guide. We'll take you on a tour.
Huh?
No, not in the tower. Somebody operates that elevator. It depends on what you pick. If you can pick either just the
Yeah, no, fuck that, bro. I ain't cool with that shit. Next, you know, I get a warrant for my arrest and shit. Fuck that.
What happened in there?
They just want to demand ID, but
The rest of us decided to not show identification and move on to the next building. Keep in mind that many government agencies are turning public property into their own personal premium commercial arenas. We recently seen that the federal government started doing that with federal buildings, but this building is contracted with the city of Philadelphia. So now the city employees are using security companies to bypass the Fourth Amendment right of the people as well. In an earlier video that we did that day, Angry Wise Old Lady describes what she believes is the reason for these security companies being contracted to be there. Check this out.
So you work for a private security agency then?
From what I understand, yes.
What's the name of the agency? Oh, okay, so let me fill you in a little bit, my friend, because and you can look this up on the internet.
and you seem pretty reasonable too.
Yeah,
Old lady.
and I'm only telling you this because you really need to protect yourself. Do you know why they stopped using police at these security checkpoints?
Can you repeat that again?
Do you know why they stopped using the sheriffs and police at these security checkpoints?
I'm not sure.
Okay, because the police and the sheriffs were violating Fourth Amendment, which is requiring ID and signatures. We're violating Fifth
Hey,
Amendment by
Mariano,
telling
what's his
people
name?
what they have to say and do, and First Amendment. So instead of changing their policies and procedures, they hired a private security company that's gonna end up going bankrupt because you don't have qualified immunity. So anything you do is on you. You're not protected like the police are. If we fight with you, there's no guarantee that you're gonna be protected like a cop. You're not a cop. They don't look at you like a cop. What you are is a tool to avoid a certain amount of liability when it comes to violation of constitutional law, and also gatekeeping at buildings that are owned by the people. This type of security is ridiculous and redundant.
So what's next, folks? Give up your phone passwords at the door? You don't have enough points to enter the building? You didn't kiss enough celebrity ass last month? You didn't vote for this particular candidate? We have to keep holding government accountable instead of blaming each other for this country's problems. This has to be the biggest threat to American liberty, us fighting each other while the government works to limit more of our freedoms. Every presidential candidate on both sides of the political spectrum should be able to recite the Constitution verbatim. I know it's a tall challenge, but who's up for it? That's one of the people that I'd be willing to vote for. And I'd like to end the video with this. Holding government accountable has to be the most patriotic thing that people can do. It doesn't matter if you hold the camera with your left hand or your right hand. It doesn't matter if your favorite color is red or blue. Because when government comes to take away your rights, they are not going to care who you are. They are not going to care who you voted for. Stop pointing your fingers at each other and start paying attention to what the government is doing to all of us. And with that being said, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't yet. We'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
As you want, guys, this is a chance to take photos, okay, without me in them. All right, in this room of all rooms, I want you to get a picture. I tell visitors when they come up to me and go, where did they sign it? I thought they signed it at the bottom. I know it's a bad joke, but hey.